Can we still recommend the Magnifica S today? That's the question I get regularly in the comments, and today we're going to take a deep dive into this iconic machine. Hi, my name is Colin and you're watching Cafe Lista, the fully independent channel to learn everything about coffee and home espresso. In this video, we will look at whether the Magnifica S still deserves its reputation or if it's time maybe to move on. By the way, the Magnifica S isn't new to me. It was one of the very first machines I tested on my French channel more than 2 years ago. And yes, the review wasn't great, it was the early days. And it was also my very first bean to cup machine. So I've really had a long time to try it. To fully understand this machine today, we need to go back to what made it successful in the first place. The Magnifica S became an absolute benchmark in the entry-level segment. If you ever had coffee at someone's place and they had a bean-to-cup machine, there is a good chance it was a Magnifica S or one of its variants. You know, the S Smart, Evo, Start, Plus, Evo Next. It is truly a workhorse machine. It gets the job done with no frills or unnecessary complication. While many new models are racing to add touchscreen displays, connected apps, and sometimes gimmicky features, the Magnifica S stays true to a pragmatic approach, delivering good coffee simply and reliably. And by the way, if you would like to learn more about how to adjust your machine when switching beans, how to find the best settings on your bean-to-cup machine, I created a free guide to help you master your machine. I'll drop the link in the description, feel free to download it. So why it is still a great choice? The first and I think most crucial strength is the quality of the espresso. I have tested and reviewed dozens and dozens of machines, putting them side by side. I tried the Start, the Evo, the Eleta Explorer, some other brand, and the result was clear. In terms of straight espresso, the quality difference was practically undetectable. And this isn't surprising when you consider that Delonghi uses the same removable brew group across all these models. This brew unit handles the extraction, and you know it's the most important factor for the final taste. And it hasn't changed simply because it already works perfectly. And that brings us to the second strength, the reliability. The Magnifica S is, I think, the definition of the reliability. Sure, breakdowns can happen, might happen. But its intentionally simple mechanical design minimizes the risk. Why? Well, fewer electronic components usually equal fewer things that can go wrong. User testimonials I've collected here are usually overwhelmingly positive. Many people have owned this machine for 7 to 10 years without encountering any major issues. Easy maintenance and the spare part availability. The removable brew unit is, I think, a major advantage here for daily maintenance. Just take it out, rinse it under hot water, and that's good. It takes a few minutes. It is something you can't really do with other brands that require expensive cleaning tablets and complex cycles. If a part ever needs replacing after a few years, no worries usually. Spare parts are widely available and quite affordable. Even a full replacement for the brew unit is usually less than $50. Now, unbeatable value for the money. The Magnifica S remains one of the most affordable automatic coffee machines on the market. Considering it can easily last 7 to 10 years as we saw, it is an extremely cost-effective investment if you're looking for this type of machine. Compared to the Magnifica Plus or the Eleta Explorer, it offers a lot for less than half the price. As you know, that price difference mostly covers added convenience and extra features. Yes, that could be great, but not necessarily a better espresso. Now let's talk also about the grinder. It is a conical grinder, 13 settings, and it's more than enough to adjust your grind based on your preference. Of course, it's not as good as an independent grinder, but for this type of machine, it's pretty good. And what's interesting here, it's like the brew group, the grinder are the same on all the Delonghi's machine. A simple and straightforward interface. In a world obsessed with being connected, touch sensitive, and often overcomplicated, the Magnifica S is a refreshing simplicity and I think a real advantage. We have here physical button, a dial for the intensity, and that's it. No endless menu, no Bluetooth connection, no complicated settings. This minimalist approach is especially appreciated by those who just want a good cup of coffee without having to navigate through a complicated menus. No screen to unlock, no profile to select. It makes only espresso and lungo. And of course we have here the steam one. We are going to talk about it right now. So why it might not be the right choice for you? The manual milk frothing. This could be seen as the weakest point of the Magnifica S today. It's manual Panarello Steam 1. If you're a regular cappuccino or latte drinker looking for a fully automatic milk solution, newer models like the Magnifica Star, the Evo with a latte crema systems clearly have the upper hand. The Panarello wand requires some technique and a little bit of learning, and for some people using that in the morning could become quite annoying. And the foam tends also to be less refined, less smooth. So let's be honest, if milk-based drink make up more than 50% of your consumption, the added cost of a latte crema model could be well worth for its daily convenience. We talked a little bit about the design and the interface. Yes, it's simple, but it's also quite outdated. Let's call it like it is. Today, the Magnifica S isn't the most stylish machine. Its plastic design is functional, but clearly lacks charm compared to the more refined and newer model. Its indicator lights, while practical, sometimes lack clarity. For example, when descaling is needed, a generic warning light turns on, but there is no guidance about what to do next. If you want to navigate in the menu, it could also be quite complicated. In contrast, newer models with screen guide you step by step. If aesthetics and a modern interface matter to you, the newer models with the touchscreen displays and the premium finishes might deliver more for the daily satisfaction. And yes, it's missing advanced features. If you're into modern coffee tech, you will miss here innovation. If you like cold brew or the Eleta Explorer's dual temperature latte crema system, for example, all are absent here. There are no user profiles to save preferences for multiple household members, nor any features like the Doppio Plus or other drink. Volume programming is possible, but is far less intuitive than a touchscreen model. Let's talk about the noise. The grinder in the Magnifica S is effective, but it's quite loud, especially in the early morning when the house is still quiet. This comes up regularly in user feedback and in comparison. While newer Delonghi models like the Eleta Explorer, for example, or some model of Jura on Melita have made notable progress with the grinder noise. There is a little secret no one talks about. By removing the plastic Panarello sleeve, you can use the steam wand here like a true professional steam wand. Just like the one on a traditional manual espresso machine. This lets you texture the milk with quite a precision, creating that silky microfoam that you can find at a good barista. But caution here, this method requires real practice and isn't easy to master at first. But once you do, it lets you make milk drinks that I think surpass many automatic systems. This is the kind of trick that turns this entry-level machine into something that can make a lot of drinks. Who the Magnifica S still a top choice for? First, beginners entering the bean-to-cup world. The simple interface, intuitive maintenance and durability make it a great first machine with little risk of frustration. Number 2, if you have a tight budget. At that price, it delivers outstanding values and a rare durability in today's appliance market. Number 3, for espresso lovers. If you mostly drink black coffee, espresso, lungo, americano, you will barely notice any difference versus a machine costing 2 or 3 times more. Its simple design, excellent repairability and long-term availability of parts make it, I think, a great choice in a throwaway world now. Would I buy the Magnifica S today? The answer is yes. If I had to buy an entry-level machine today, it would be this one, despite its little flaws. In conclusion, the Magnifica S remains a remarkably relevant option for those seeking the essentials. A good coffee, a reliable machine, and a reasonable investment. If you have any question about this machine or others, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you liked that video, don't forget to subscribe and to leave a thumbs up. But don't leave yet, I think you might appreciate that video here. And as always, I wish you an excellent coffee, a great week, I'll see you soon, ciao.